name is Jesse LaMonica, and this is the story of my solo tour to Australia. So we're here at Lost Ark Studios in San Diego, California. We're working on a song that we recorded the other night called Other Side of the World, which is a song that I actually wrote when I was on that little solo tour to Australia. But first, I'd like to tell you how this tour even came about in the first place. My band and I, we used to play every Friday night at this bar in downtown San Diego, an Australian bar called Bondi. We met a lot of good Australian friends there, and at a barbecue in late August, some of those friends and I were talking about an idea that we had tossed around a couple times before about me going to Australia on a solo tour. And that day it started to take shape. It seemed like, okay, this is a possibility. In fact, as I was leaving the barbecue, one of my Aussie friends said, "Mate, if you just believe it, it'll happen. It's too easy." So I took his advice and I said, okay, I'm going to Australia until I find out otherwise. I reached out to everyone I knew that was in Australia, everyone I knew that was from Australia, and 2 days later, I had myself a round-trip plane ticket that was donated to me from LA to Sydney. Over the next 6 weeks, a tour took shape, 10 gigs in Sydney, Western Australia, and Melbourne. Picked up 11 sponsors who donated some funds as well as some gear, and raised the majority of the necessary money on Kickstarter.com through just an amazing amount of generosity from family, friends, and fans. So within 6 weeks' time, what started out as a crazy idea found me on the eve of departing on my first solo tour, the Left Coast Sunshine Tour, a solo journey to Australia. Just had to pop outside here real quick and take a shot of this moon here. Palm trees. San Diego, California. Pacific Ocean is 4 blocks that away. And I'm here at a little going away party that my brother and my roommate and all my good friends threw for me before I go, which is really, really cool. This is a goodbye dinner that everybody was...
It's a good luck dinner.
A good luck dinner. So I leave tomorrow at 9 o'clock from LAX, going to Sydney on the Left Coast Sunshine Tour. Now I'm going to do what this guy's doing and get myself some food. So we are here just outside of LAX with Mr. James Conway, my good friend, also the drummer, Jesse LaMonica, the Dime Novels.
Yeah, great tour. Cheers.
How'd that feel, bud?
Good.
So I'm here at LAX. James Conway, drummer in the band, brother of mine, drove me up here today up to 5 North. We took our time, we stopped it. We had a beer or two along the way, had some lunch, bought some super glue, and Tylenol for the flight.
And a damsel in distress.
And then there was a girl at a gas station that dumped a whole cup of coffee into her very expensive purse. She was driving a Porsche. She was on the ground in a very nice dress. She was very, very cute. Her purse was a sea of coffee. Everything was soaked in it. It was dripping out of her wallet. And we helped her out. We gave her about 365 paper towels to help her soften it up. And
One every
gave her a CD. Said, "Here, this will brighten your day." She's like, "Oh, I don't have any music. This is great." That was our good deed for the day. That's my gear. This is the gear for the trip.
And there's the entrance.
Yes. So I'm gonna go inside and figure some stuff out here with this new camera of mine, and look at the guidebook, figure out where I want to go. Sydney, and in Perth, and in Melbourne. And then I'm gonna get ready to sit in a little tube for 14 hours high above the ocean.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll see you in Australia. So in about an hour I will be in Australia for the first time in my life, south of the equator, and I'm excited as hell. So I made it to Coogee Beach, not Coogee, Coogee, Coogee Woogee. And I'm having a very nutritious Australian lunch of VB, which is so delicious, and banana. had been thinking about this for a long time. What song was going to be the first song that I was going to play in Australia? And I decided to play one called "The Well Has Run Dry," which lyrically is more of a celebration than anything. The well has run dry and I ain't going back. So for the second gig, I had to take the subway to the ferry platform and then take a ferry across the harbor to Manly. And I was running late. I had my guitar in my little suitcase, which is also my merch store. And I'm running late, and I'm running from the subway, and I run around the corner to get to the ferry platform. And this was the first time that I saw Sydney Harbor. And this moment I've been waiting for. When I was a kid, I had an Australian flag hanging on my wall. Like, I've always wanted to go there. And this was the first time that I was sitting there staring up at the Opera House and the Harbor Bridge. And I didn't realize it, but I put down my guitar case and my suitcase. And about 20 seconds later, I realized that I literally had my jaw dropped. It was one of those moments. I was just standing there like, it was beautiful.
This is my first time here in Australia. Oh, this sky's so gray since you went to that sweet loving way.
This is perhaps the coolest apartment that I have ever been in, because look at this view. It's Tamaramra Beach right there. It just rained a bit ago. Alright, I've been waiting to get a proper Australian meat pie. And we're here at Harry's. And we have ordered the Tiger, which is mushy peas, mashed potatoes, on top of a meat pie. Oh yeah! So we're here at the Blue Mountains, which is a World Heritage Site. It's about a 3-hour drive from Sydney. There they are, the three sisters. They call it the Blue Mountains because of the mist that comes from the eucalyptus trees. So if you pan around to the valley here, you can actually see there's a slight bluish hue to it. We're about to go on about a 3-hour hike down into the valley a little bit, over to Katoomba Falls, and then back on up here to Echo Point. So hopefully we don't get lost.
I was gonna lie with you.
Three sisters. Legend had that they were turned to stone by a sorcerer. There's Katoomba Falls.